Have you ever played a game that wasn't that great but you enjoyed it anyway? Well, that's exactly what Lone Soldier is. A game that's not exactly top of the class or teeming with greatness, but you still enjoy it from time to time. Lone Soldier follows the story of, you guessed it, the story of a lone soldier, and he's out to kill an army general or dictator of some sort. Although, this isn't very well explained in the cutscenes, so 9 times out of 10 you assume that you're just killing the entire army itself, because that seems to be what's going on. The cutscenes are absolutely terrible. I mean, this was the PlayStation. They were meant to be able to play music CDs, movie scenes in games, and have voices in cutscenes. The cutscenes are mainly music, with this badly rendered overlay of the story. I mean, they couldn't even animate the faces properly. And this is the only game I've seen in my life where they have 4 different people to represent the main character. I mean, the one that you play as doesn't represent the one on the box, or the front screen, or the cutscenes. It seems like they were just really confused on who to pick for the main character. Every time you get killed, you mainly stroke the ground and say, "You got me." It's kind of pathetic. I mean, this big muscly man gets shot a couple of times, and obviously being shot doesn't kill him, apparently. He needs no body armor, he's too epic like that. But he just seems to strike the ground, get back up and carry on, as if nothing happened. And if they were going to put voices in the main game anyway, why didn't they stick them in the cutscenes? I mean, I still not watched the opening cutscene to this very day because it's so boring. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Some voices could have really helped in this game. Other than, "You got me," and "grenade launcher," and just naming the weapons. That's all he says, and "you got me." I think at a point they started to get lazy on this game, because, for example, I walk up to this guy, and if I'm not at a certain distance, he can't fire his mortar, and he does nothing while I'm there. I mean, he could have got out a pistol or started begging for mercy, but no, he just stands there, like, doing nothing. Also, this game seems to have a lot of glitches with it. I mean, for example, if I turn on the analog stick on my controller, he seems to not move sometimes. I mean, it's a 50-50 whether it works. And also, earlier, I figured out how to get out of the map just by walking to the side. I mean, it really wasn't hard. Also, it's a great way to break the game as soon as you go far enough. It comes up with, like, an error message. The game has no multiplayer, it's not that long, the bosses are cool, the weapons are great, and to be honest, it's kind of a fun game. Although it looks like it belonged in the arcades, not the PlayStation. I mean, you can't really move anywhere except forward and side to side. I mean, you can go backwards, but the camera will not agree with it. And all in all, if you found this game for like £1, I would say get it. But if you found it and it was more than £1, I would say walk away from that. It's not even worth 2. Now, I do have a fondness for this game, because I played it a lot during the PlayStation era, but it was never actually a great game, and I knew it wasn't. It's just flawed in so many ways. I mean, the graphics looks terrible, it's hard to control sometimes with the D-pad, the analog sticks are 50-50 whether it'll work, and the game's ridiculously easy. You can actually complete this game in probably an hour if you really went for it. And to be honest, it has no replay value. Hell, you could complete the game just by running through all the enemies if you didn't have to go back and kill them all to pass the level.
Or no, can I recommend Lone Soldier? Well, no, not really. It's kind of an experimental game that came out when the PlayStation first came out. It's an army-based shooter where you just walk forward, and that's round about it. There's no real freedom in the game. It's just a simple one-track game. Kill the enemy, move on. Simple. And even though I had fun with it, I doubt anyone else will have fun with it. So I would give the game probably a 4 out of 10.
Så jeg snir skjul, men fanger ikke jeg jo.